Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode, actually not another, a new episode where we're actually be playing Victoria 2. And we're going to be playing as Spain, as you could probably tell. Now I will say I do have one mod going, and that's because I don't really like vanilla Victoria 2. Not bad, but I prefer playing with the historical project mod. The historical project mod, I don't know why, I'm like out of breath talking. Very commonly, like on forums stuff, you'll see it shortened as HPM. It just adds a lot more stuff in Africa. Really just adds a lot more stuff for the whole world and adds a lot of new historical events. So we are going to be playing as Spain. Now Spain here in 1836, we are currently dealing with some Carlist rebels. They'll be very easy for us to take care of, I'm not worried. And if you're new to Victoria 2, the best way I can say if you want to learn the game is just play, fail, and then decide, alright, I'm going to learn. You just kind of have to play no matter how much you watch. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a great Victoria 2 player. I'm not terrible. I know what I'm doing. Like, I know how to play, which really is an accomplishment in itself in this game. But I'm not particularly great at it, but hey, I can hold my own. I can't do anything crazy. Probably the craziest thing I've done was, as France do the, for HPM, they have an event where you can do, basically go for like the France's natural, quote unquote, natural borders and like start taking stuff from Prussia. But here, right here in Spain, what we're going to do is our goal is we're going to try and make a massive colonial empire. And honestly, if I end up taking anything from France, it'll probably just be like Aquitaine, because you know Basques, even though they're only really there. But hey, you cannot take like individual provinces in Victoria 2 unless there's like an event. Well, you may want to take like some of this other stuff here in the Mediterranean. So starting out, you can see, if you look at the top left here, biotechnology, you can see that our people, we only have an average literacy of 12.7%, which is terrible. Not only is that terrible normal, it's even worse than most of the other European countries. Now we're going to assign intellectuals, which if you're playing vanilla, you'll know them as clergy, from a national focus there, in order to start getting more. Actually, not to start getting more, because we're promoting more people to become intellectuals as like their pop type, their population type, as their occupation. Intellectuals basically educate the population and start raising the literacy rate, which is what we want to do. Now, as you can see, we do have some rebels, which we'll deal with in a second. So if you look over here, we have Spain, we have the Philippines, we have some various colonies and stuff all around. We do have Spanish Equatorial Guinea, and over here we have some stuff in the Caribbean. Now we have a lot of choices right now on what we want to do. So this actually may sound dumb, but I actually just like taking Haiti as Spain. Basically, we're going to try and retake as much of the Spanish colonial empire as possible. And I know we're probably not going to retaking almost all of South America. But hey, we're going to take like the valuable stuff. Haiti's not that valuable, but literally nothing else ever happens to it. So actually, we probably don't even need to bring that many troops over. Wait. So first, we're just going to crank taxes all the way up. We're going to boost our education all the way, and that'll be good. Now, we're going to be running in the red money-wise for quite some time. And again, don't worry about it. We'll be good. No, let's pop it up. Yeah, Carlos will bring Spain the ruin. You can just switch to Carlos Spain, and you'll lose all of those. That doesn't mean you become an absolute monarchy, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a thing. Well, it does mean you'll have a lot more, like, people wanting rights and stuff. But whoever cared about those anyway? Oh, and just like EU4 and Hearts of Iron 4, I do play this game on 3 speed. And this game is only 100 years, so these playthroughs will generally be shorter, because I do want to do more of them. So as you can see, our population is dropping. If I go to migrations, you can see it's actually people emigrating from Spain and going to somewhere else. Now we are going to try and crush the Carlist forces wherever we can and not get a like uprising again. Now we're justifying a war goal. Now we have infamy instead of like aggressive expansion. The maximum amount we can acquire doing a conquest war goal is 22 if we're discovered. Now there's a chance we won't be discovered, and hey, nothing bad will happen. If it doesn't get discovered, then I'll actually be pretty happy. Now if you look right here, this red flag by your party, that is your infamy number. This number can never hit 25. If that number hits 25, countries will start gaining containment war goals on you, which the great powers will almost always declare war on you. Holy crap. 19.2. I was actually doing a test playthrough and I got 10. Which 19.2, it is a lot. No doubt. It will tick down over time. Yeah, we do want to stop them. However, most of what we're going to be doing is fighting colonial nations for a while. So it's actually not that bad. Not colonial nations, on primitive nations and uncivilized ones, which we will be able to fight fairly easily. Sure, we'll get an ally in Sardinia, Piedmont. Can we ally any of the other great powers? Austria sure doesn't want to be our friend. They don't want to be our friend. UK? Nope. Austria will be our buddy. I mean, neither of us can really help each other, but really even just having the alliance will help. Carlos defeated, so we do lose Basque as an accepted culture. And our militancy does go up a bit. So we lost Basque as an accepted culture. Portugal's demanding on Gaza. No surprises there that European powers are being colonialist. I would expect nothing less out of any of them. War justification. A little over halfway there. Oh, I forgot to actually occupy that. So as you can see, unlike EU4 where you kind of just have an arbitrary troop count, you have pops which are all simulated. And you're literally drawing your soldiers from the population. Now a single basically the game does it as a single pop, which is what it's called, and it represents 4 people generally supposed to, I think it's supposed to be a family of 4. But you do draw your soldier population from your actual population. And obviously if you don't have enough people set to be soldiers, and not just professional soldiers. You can mobilize, where you just mobilize your standard population, you give them guns. But they're not going to be as well trained as having a professional army is. Now I could bring down more of our troops there, but I'm just not doing it. We'll set this as a rally point for our army, and we'll set Almeria as a rally point for our navy. And we're actually going to build a couple more ships here in Europe. Mostly clippers. I don't expect us to be fighting any power that would be able to field a navy. I mean, we're probably just going to be fighting colonial nations. So I'm not that worried. We will, however, begin influencing some of these other nations here. Now, I'm doing African nations for a reason. So later on when the scramble for Africa happens, you can get an event that if you have an African nation in your sphere, you can just straight up annex them. It's for 2 infamy, which really isn't anything. If you can't afford 2 infamy, then you're already in deep trouble. But it basically just lets us it lets us be able to get that without bloodshed, which is good. It's always good. And we will do Sardinia, Piedmont as well. So we have 6 nations that we're influencing. And we'll just let that all go. There isn't much you can do in that regard. As you can see, we have approximately 0 industrial power. Now that's not bad right now, because it's still pretty early. Yeah, we don't want to touch the church, because that'll get a lot of people mad at us. Alright, more of our clippers are done. We've occupied Port-au-Prince. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more before they'll accept peace, which isn't surprising since we're just going to annex the country. Now, since Haiti is a civilized nation, it will be taken as a state and not a colony. which, I mean, they're not going to be dragging down our literacy that much at all, just because we're already kind of illiterate. Or we may actually, ooh, there's actually already, wait, no, that's dumb. We may actually get Spanish population that moves here. Hey, Brunei is allowing us to try our own citizens for crimes in their country. Great. Yeah, we're not even at 85 yet. So we get to do this, like, promote stuff in our states with national focuses, which we're researching right now, ideological thought, which will give us a maximum increase. But if I remember correctly, for every 1 million of your primary population, you get another national focus. And although I can't remember if it's accepted or primary, or if it's even a million. I'm pretty sure it's a million. Who's the UK at war with? Oh, China. Yeah, if you're playing vanilla and you just want to win the game, declare war on China and just take one of their states. Most mods make it so you can't do that, because then you just get a massive tax and army base that you can use. Later on, we will be able to take stuff. By the time that happens, it's going to be so late, it doesn't matter. Now, we can declare war on China for other stuff, like just war reparations, to humiliate them. And we can actually just take, like, cities, basically like port cities from them. There are some, I believe Shanghai is one. Yeah, no, Qingdao, Weilahai. Wait, Weihaiwi. I believe Lushun is as well. All poor, yeah, we'll do that. I mean, we're already so in debt, it doesn't really matter. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a lot. Really? I had to declare bankruptcy? I've actually never had that happen before. Wow, I am pretty goddamn stupid. Well, it looks like it doesn't actually matter. Did that, like, actually do anything? Like, I know I lost prestige. I didn't actually expect to go bankrupt, to be completely honest with you. Oh yeah, this war's still going on. It's because I'm trying to talk the whole time. To be honest, I do focus a lot when I play Victoria too. Oh no. So we are dropping because we lost, like, all of our prestige. Which, who's replacing us? Oh, Belgium and the Ottomans. No, that shouldn't be hard. Which means we're going to be losing all of our hard-earned influence that we have. However, again, once we get prestige again, we'll be fine. Alright, now Haiti has surrendered, which is good. Now if you look, Hispaniola is actually moderately, it's the lower part of, like, our population. Actually, no, because a lot of the ones in the middle are around the same as it. So, do I want to get them to 2 or 3? And then we'll get them to all to 2, and then we'll bring them all up to 3. Yeah, we will build some more troops, actually, mostly because we need cannons. The United States. I'll ally the U.S. Hey, can we be friends now? Negative relations. I like how having 0 relations is actually better than negative. Alright, so we are able to actually use our influence now. So we're increasing our opinion in that country. Now, it's not their, like, relationship with us. It's their, like, opinion. I don't know how to describe it. Mostly because I don't really know. Hey, how long has this been going? No, we're good. Oh shit. It was Switzerland. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter because Switzerland will by default just break all of their alliances. So we're good. Alright, so we have some more allies. Sweden and the two Sicilies. Two Sicilies, we are trying to put them in our sphere, so it's good that this is happening. Sweden, again, I don't care. It's better to have more allies than to have none. I mean, the fact that we actually allied the US is actually very good. Alright, so confiscations of Mezenwall. You know what? Yes, we're going to do it. Now, it did skyrocket our militancy, however, it puts us right back in being a great power, which is what I wanted. So we're going to go to industry, we're going to get medicine, because what that's going to do is there's a chance we can get an invention that will increase our population growth, which I do want. Alright, it's probably not worth trying to get Sardinia Piedmont now if Britain is, not Britain, France. So our infamy is going down. Now where else can we attack? Because we also have to remember that we do have, like, over here. It may be worth it to attack Vietnam. Like, how big of an army are they going to have? You know, we have Philippine... We can make Philippine troops. You know what? Maybe that is what we will do. Actually, no. Because we're not going to be able to have enough of them over there to really do anything. And I can send them over, but I don't know if my ships will be able to make the journey. Wait, is China actually, like, sieging stuff in India? I would love it if they won, but they're not going to. Morocco is looking like a good, juicy target. Even better for Morocco is we can actually use our boats and we can actually stage right here. I don't know if I have enough boats for them just to go across. So we're going to justify, we're going to demand concession. Doing some math, that would be a bad idea right now because you always want to kind of justify assuming you're going to get the maximum of what it says. Now, would we get the maximum? I would say there's a chance we may not. We may not even get discovered. But it's not worth risking. Actually, let me just do some quick math. 7.5. I know, you're probably just like, Jesus Christ, this guy's an idiot. Oh, 24. Yeah, let's go. 24.13. We're golden. Actually, oh, and 6. Yeah, and we're good. Again, you do want to be careful because you will get royally screwed if a containment war is declared on you. Because unless you're like so far ahead of everyone else that you're just like, that number means nothing to you. Like some people do that with Germany ends up being that way a lot because you can just not care. You don't even want to risk letting it get that bad. So how long is it going to take us? Or justification? Oh, about a month. So elections in Spain are happening, and I think we will do some stuff here, and then over time we will start working on getting stuff here in Southeast Asia. Because we do want to diversify kind of our colonial holdings. And Africa is going to wait later, because there's not really a point in doing it now. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, which I hope you did, remember to like, oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to say why I'm back. Basically, that cough I had, like in my video right before I stopped for 4 weeks, like it was bad, it got worse, and it just wasn't getting better. And I could barely even talk. I could barely even sleep, it was that bad. However, I am back, and I am ready. Oh yeah, and the Japan game stopped working, that's the only reason I'm not doing it right now. Like, it just keeps crashing at a certain date, and I have yet to figure out why. But if I do, I will continue it. So guys, I will catch you all later. Peace.